Hey guys, welcome to Anarchy Worm Bin. I'm trying to do a really fast update tonight. Super tired, it's been a long day, it's been a long week, and I'm just gonna try to poke in on each of the bins, see how they're doing, and hopefully get it posted for you guys. I actually haven't fed for 2 weeks. I usually don't go that long. I usually feed at least once a week, so I'm gonna see how they're doing, and I'll take you along and see if anything looks interesting. Yes, I did cut my hair. Most of my adult life I've had short hair, so having long hair was a challenge, especially when you're like down in the worm bin and my hair got into everything. So this is not new to me. It's probably new to you, but I'm back. It's me. Okay, these are my European night crawlers, and right off the bat I want to point out something. Let's see if I can find him. So this little guy, let me change the camera a little bit. So that is a cocoon. And then this one, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when they're lighter colored, they're freshly laid. That one's like almost green. Anyway, there are a few here on the top. Let's see how these little guys are doing. I already see a mix of babies and big guys. Pretty good mix. That looks like, nope, I thought, yeah, that is another cocoon right there. So they're doing good. Corn cob, forever cob. Yeah, these guys are super happy. All right, I'll bring you back if there's any like craziness in here. Okay, this is the vermi bag. You can see it does get really dry, and that is one downfall of me not having come down here and watered it. I have to make sure that at least the top gets water, just a little bit. But really, the lower the lower portions are just fine. It's actually a really good consistency down here. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, in the winter, the heat is on all the time, so it does get pretty hot down here. It does get pretty dry. I'm sorry. I'm just totally mesmerized by this tiniest little guy right there. Anyway, let's see how these guys are doing. The last feeding was in front of the window. They look good. I see 2 cocoons right there. One is right there. Sorry, dude. And then one is right here. But these guys look happy, healthy. I'm thinking they're fine. I already found a corn cob, so that'll get them through any kind of neglect on my part. I feel like I really don't see as many mites as I do with the other species. The night crawlers don't seem to have as many mites. I could be totally wrong. So don't, go out and buy one species based on what I'm saying, because it can always be the bin or just certain conditions. But I do notice that I don't have as many mites with night crawlers. Okay, these are red wigglers in the urban worm bag. I do check my hands really well before I go from bin to bin. I don't want to transfer species, or at least I try not to. It's not the end of the world, but I've made an effort. If no other effort was made, it was to make sure that I check my hands for little wisps and babies hijacking. I'm usually not worried about these guys having food. I feed them heavily. They get the mostest when I feed. I bet there's 3 corn cobs in here that probably aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Something's growing. Probably like a pumpkin seed or a squash seed. And I do freeze my food, mostly. That was an Aliens 2 reference. They look happy. They're doing good. I see some grapes and skins. I think that's where I fed last, but they're kind of throughout. That dude is just beautiful. He's so purpley. Sorry, you can't go yet. I found where all these worms are hiding. I found the mother lode. That must have been where I fed last. So this is definitely watermelon pieces. It looks like watermelon skins. And that looks kind of like, I don't know, squash. There's a banana peel. And some more banana. And the rest is just like the coolest love knot I've ever seen in my life. I do see lots of red mites. I'm not seeing many cocoons, but those all look like healthy, happy worms. They feel so cool. Okay, putting them back. I'm gonna move this a little bit. So they are getting a lot. These are, I think this was a cucumber that got pushed to the back of the fridge. It got frozen and then it wasn't good anymore. These were some little pieces of watermelon, and then these were all just flowers from that leftover experiment. Sorry, flowers left over from the experiment. Coffee grounds underneath. There was some buffer underneath, buffer on top. And then the consistency in here has been great. I'm not gonna add a lot of moisture. I can't get over the moisture control in this bin. It's been awesome. It's been so low maintenance, and in my life, like, that's everything. It really doesn't feel like it needs any moisture at all. Nothing is dry to the touch. Like, the paper's not hard. And I haven't added water to this in 2 weeks. So, and again, it's based on where you are, what your needs are, what worms you're raising. But this bin, for my needs and my climate, just around the ends, is amazing. I'm so happy with it. Quick disclaimer though, I haven't harvested from the urban worm bag yet. So I am trying really hard not to sing its praises. I do want to harvest. I'm not quite ready to yet. So that will be an awesome day. I'll find out a lot about it. And if all goes well, it's on. I'm gonna like fill rooms with that system. I'm kidding, don't tell Ty. Okay guys, these are my blues. My little worker bees. This is dry too. It doesn't really have a great cover. I just use one of those like plexi, poly, whatever things that you can write messages on and people leave signs all over the freeway with. One of those. They look good. Sorry, you're probably gonna get the worst shot ever. I'm just trying to figure out if they, it seems like they still have food in here. Yeah, they're still going through it. So I'm glad I didn't save them a whole bunch of food. They definitely need to eat what they have. I did give them some though. I want them all to have some flowers. It's going to be a treat. Sorry, I'll try to get this. Get a good angle for you guys. They're just like gutting these bananas. That's what this was. So anyway, they're good. They're so happy to see us. They aren't actually. They probably hate that I'm here. But I like making sure that they look good and that they're not showing any signs of protein poisoning, and I make sure that the potworms, mites, springtails are all in check. They seem to be. I'm gonna get, these guys love to hug. It's so cute. They always hold on to my fingers. I'm gonna get down in there a little bit more into each of those corners, and then I'll give them a feeding, but I don't want this to be too long, so unless something super cool comes up, this is my goodbye to you. Thank you so much for hanging out with Anarchy Worm Bin. I will be back hopefully with an experiment very soon. See you guys, bye.